Wow, it's so crispy up there. And the lamb just breaks open. Look at this, wow. Hi friends, thank you for joining me. Today I'm continuing my food tour through Crete in the capital city of Heraklion. I'm so excited to try some amazing food with you guys today. It's a beautiful October morning and I'm at the Palace of Knossos, probably the most visited site in all of Crete. This palace, dating back over 3,000 years, was the epicenter of one of the first European civilizations, the Minoans. When you're visiting Old Town Heraklion, parking can be a problem. It gets very condensed with people and cars. A little tip: grocery stores allow free parking, so you're welcome to park in their garages. AB Vassilopoulos in particular has come through for us time and time again. They have amazing parking facilities. Their grocery is excellent and the customer service is top notch. By the way, we are not sponsored by them. I just love this freaking grocery store. I literally get excited whenever we're gonna go grocery shopping. We made it to the 1866 Central Market in the center of Old Town Heraklion, and the first thing we had to stop and do is get a beer. This row is full of trinket stores, souvenirs, jewelry, foods, olive oils that you can take home with you, but my ideal souvenir is a glass of beer, so that's what we got. We're having some alpha and then we're just gonna keep walking and see what else we find before we go get some food. I was gonna take some vegetables home and then I discovered this really cool product unique to Crete, a soup base sold in like these hard chunk blocks. The woman actually let me try it and it's kind of salty, tart, it has grain in it as well. So she said you put it in the water, you boil it, add some lemon, and pretty much you have your soup there. You can add anything else if you'd like to too. Check this out. The name of it is sinochondros. I've never seen anything like it. It appears to be like a paste that's molded by hand and then dried out. So it really preserves really well, which is great. We're gonna be out all day, so I don't have to worry about it going rancid or anything. It's super crunchy. It almost tastes like a cheese cracker. This is awesome. I can't wait to cook with it. Alright, we stopped at Anevato. This is a pastry shop serving sweet and savory pastries. Honestly, the woman frying the fresh pies by the window is what called us in. We waited to get them piping hot. We got a sweet cheese. Oh my god, it's burning my fingers. We also got a spinach pie. Let's try these. I also saw one more I couldn't resist. It was this pumpkin pastry. They're like the perfect size for snacking. I'm gonna do the pumpkin first so I can let the other ones cool down a bit. Perfect balance of sweet and salty. The pastry is buttery and salty, and then the pumpkin is a little bit sweet. So good. It's got kind of like those baked cinnamony flavors. I love this. Let's try the sweet cheese one. Look, first of all, look how perfectly fried these are. Fresh oil, it's such a light, nice color, but it's still crispy. Wow. This is awesome. It's sweet cheese with a little bit of cinnamon, some sugar. Oh, the cheese is so soft inside. And the crust, it's like a perfect, almost like an empanada. Perfectly delicate, sweet, savory. All right, this is the spinach pie. It doesn't get any fresher than this. I'm so freaking excited right now. Wow, nobody does greens like Crete. Braised spinach, because the spinach is so fresh to begin with, it just has a fantastic flavor. Couple it with a freshly fried pie. You can't ask for anything else. This is fantastic. Nestled in a quiet corner of Old Town Heraklion is Peskesi. This restaurant is doing some amazing work highlighting authentic Cretan cuisine. All of their products that they source are coming within 100 kilometers of the restaurant. They even have their own working farm where they grow their vegetables and herbs and spices that they use in the restaurant itself. We're starting with their house bread that's served with a beetroot puree, drizzled with olive oil, and seasoned with herbs. The bread is so hot, fresh out of the oven. Wow. Look at the color in that. That's amazing. Wow. That's an amazing introduction of what's to come. You can taste very light essence of that beetroot. The yogurt is nice and tart, so smooth. And that Cretan olive oil, it's unmistakable. The bread itself is a whole wheat grain and it's so good, soft and doughy. Something I don't see on menus often here is blue crab, which they have here sourced from the fishing village of Elunda. So I definitely had to try it. No shortage of olive oil here. They dress it for you in fresh olive oil at the table. Wow. So fresh. The sweetness of the crab. I love how there's nothing extra added to it, so you can really appreciate the flavor of the crab meat. Just a little bit of radish for some crunch. The olive oil, which you can actually taste separately but complements the crab. It's so good. And a little bit of cucumber there for some freshness. We've ordered some wonderful Cretan sausage. As soon as it hits the table, it's sitting on a bed of rosemary, and you can just smell the aromas lifting off of the plate. Oh, you smell the rosemary, the smokiness, so good. Oh. A little bit of spice in there. Wow. It's probably the best bite of sausage ever. It's kind of like a sausage link, so it's easier to eat, but it also has more surface area in ratio to the meat, so it has a really nice crispiness throughout. Our next dish is the roast lamb with rice and yogurt. They advised us to mix the yogurt with the rice. Looks kind of like a risotto, but the rice is a little softer. And then you have this big chunk of lamb in the middle covered in that yogurt sauce that's been broiled to make it nice and toasty on top. Wow. Wow, it's so crispy up there. And the lamb just breaks open. Look at this. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna flip this over so we can see what that looks like. Wow. Look how tender and easily that falls apart. My goodness, I cannot wait to try this. Wow. Immediately, it's amazing. Wow. The lamb has been infused. You can taste herbs, garlic, that yogurt. It's almost like a cheese. Wow. So tender. I just don't have enough words to explain how delicious. You just have to try it yourself. I can't get over how soft and tender this lamb is. Even the parts that are lean are still juicy and just so tasty. Look how I barely had to put my fork and knife into it. Amazing. This is their organic eggplant dish, and something really cool is that this dish actually is made with the sinohondros that we bought at the vegetable market. Not the exact same ones, but this is their own. And it's fermented milk with coarse wheat grains. This eggplant dish actually falls under a category of food called ladera, Greek for cooked in oil. You'll find many dishes in Crete cooked like this. The eggplant, maybe sometimes you've also heard of the yemista, which is the stuffed peppers, also cooked in oil that is baked. And this is very similar to that. It's got a nice tomato aroma coming from it. Let's give it a try. Wow. The eggplant is like a pillow of vegetable. The skin's not even peeled, which can be tough at times, but here it's not. It's very easy to eat. and then the outside of the eggplant is kind of crispy like it was fried, and then the inside is very pillowy, almost potato-like. Let me try the sinohondros. Wow, that's like savory oats almost. It has a texture of steel-cut oats, but then it's got that sourness from the sour fermented milk that is used to create the paste, which is then dried in special machines. Excellent. And we'll finish where we started. There's some olive oil left in this plate and I cannot let it go to waste. We've got some leftover bread from our appetizer earlier. And let's get all of those juices. They work way too hard to make this olive oil. You cannot let it just go. Wow. That's sinohondros, I'm telling you. That's gonna be a staple in my kitchen from here on out. That is incredible. For a little digestif, they brought us raki with geranium, and it has this beautiful, like, sweet, almost like a white port scent to it. The raki, as you know, is local to Crete. It's got some ice in it too to keep it nice and cold. I love that. And these little glasses are so cute, my God. Wow. This is the best raki I've ever had. The geranium just adds a perfect sweetness, kind of smooths out that really, really strong alcohol flavor. For dessert, we're having halvas, a pudding basically made of semolina flour with nuts and cinnamon on the outside and orange zest inside as well. Wow, excellent. Not too sweet. The crunchiness of the almonds, the cinnamon. In the past, I've only had halvas where it's already firm. This is soft, very much like an oatmeal. Really, really good. One more stop on our food tour through Heraklion today. 20 minutes outside of Old Town Heraklion, where you'll start to see some beautiful wineries on the side of the road. That brings us to the place that we chose to do a tasting today, Digenakis winery. It's nestled on the beautiful foothills of the mountains here, and you see rolling hills of olive orchards and vineyards. It kind of feels like a Napa Valley winery after winery. It is gorgeous out here as we're trying a lovely white wine called Espinas Muscat, and it is a dry white wine variety that actually originated in Hanya, where it was first planted. Delicious. Dry, crisp, but also still has a lot of fruity aromas. One thing that we learned here is that Heraklion actually grows a lot of vineyards out here. Most of the wines that you're having throughout Crete are coming from this region. Alright guys, that is gonna wrap up our food tour through Heraklion. I had an amazing time eating and drinking and traveling through this beautiful region. You can easily spend several days out here in the region of Heraklion. We are about to head back to Hanya, which is 2 hours west of here. And just so you know, if you're driving or you're taking a bus, it is a beautiful scenic route that you will experience on the way here. So definitely have your cameras out. We are actually in Hanya for 1 month, so look out for our comprehensive food tour video of the Hanya region. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our channel to support us, and I will see you guys on the next one.